Many people ask, how can I play like you? Well, I'm going to show you in this video, probably 2 videos. We're going to start with the left hand, and we're going to use 2-5-1s to demonstrate my main left hand technique. Then I'll give you a right hand technique, and probably in the next video, I'll show you how you can use that with blues and a couple of songs. Or I might give you the blues exercise at the end. Let's see. So my main style is this. We'll do 2-5-1s in different keys because you need to drill those. No pedal for now. So the idea is it's an octave jump, but the octave is open like this. So first of all, get used to doing that. D to G to C. That's the 2-5-1. I recommend adding a 4 on top of that. That would be F. So first of all, get used to that as a technique, the feeling of an octave. On any keys, do it in the key of E flat, so it'd be F minor 7, E flat 7, E flat major 7, upper 4th to A flat major 7. Just get used to doing that octave leap or jump everywhere, because it's very important. Then you're going to play the chord afterwards. D minor 7. We're not doing that rhythm yet. That's going to come later, and that's going to be a very big part of this. You play more fancy chords if you want to. G13 on the G. Put the A in there if you want for the 9th. Make it sound a bit nicer. And then C. C major 7, upper 4th to F. Now notice what I'm doing in the left hand is I'm ascending open. I also descend open. And it just changes. It's ascending, so I might go descending on the D, ascending on the G, descending on the C, descending on the F again. Choose. There's no hard and fast rule for that. So let's get a bit of pedaling and talk about rhythm. This only works, and you're only going to sound good doing it if you play in time using your internal metronome. So you have to get used to, I'll try and show you how I use this with the pedal, but I'm pressing it on like, it's like, so it's down, it's like 1, 2, up. How can I explain this? It's very, very hard. This is the problem. I never talk about pedal because it's a personal thing. It's a timing thing. It's one of these things like, there's 10,000 words can describe the taste of an orange, but you have to eat it to know what it really tastes like. It's that kind of thing. If you just start doing this without the pedal, D minor 7 of course, play the pedal on beat 1 and 3-ish, and you'll know what I mean. You don't want it to get too muddy, but you also don't want a silence. So it's like down, up, down. So it's down to hold that part, so it's down. But then when I press the chord, I don't want it blending with this part. So it comes up just before I play the chord and then goes down again so that the chord is held on. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's that kind of thing. You can't explain this in words. You'll just have to feel it. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down. It's that kind of thing. So just try and get that down into your fingers. Again, I'll do the key. Let's go to the key of F now. So we're going to play G minor 7. Of course, you're playing versions. We'll do that after. C7. So G minor 7 for the 2, C7 for the 5, F major 7 for the 1, upper 4th to B flat, major 7, anywhere, of course. So, same thing. Down. Up, ascending, descending. Somehow that works. It's a style I've always used, and it's a nice style to have. Now, the right hand, I can add more stuff to the left, maybe in the next video. I don't want to overwhelm you in one video. In the, I just realised I can't even hear myself. In the right hand, I'm doing broken chords. So you stay in one octave and you just move around sometimes. So I have normally, when you're just playing chords, you just run up like this. It's like, so first of all, learn to just do that. And I'm holding all the notes down each time. Sounds quite nice. But then you want to move it into a more rhythmic style where you play with the rhythm, which leads me on to this point about rhythm. Inside is the internal metronome. That is clicking away with a nice steady pulse. Just click, click, click. My left hand is playing on top of that pulse. So there's just like it's just inside. And you just play around with it on top. You're surfing it like a wave. The right hand is surfing on top of the left hand and just filling in little holes. So I'll play the chords for a bit longer than just one bar so you can see what's happening. So it's like... So I'm just, sometimes I'm going up, sometimes I'm going down. I'm just playing random chords here. Up, down, up, down, E7, up, B flat major 7, A7. It's that kind of thing. So that's one big part of my style, that kind of thing. But then you're just like playing maybe the outside notes first. Of the chord. Not just the octave, but whatever the top note is. D minor 7, I'll just go D and C. And then just coming down a bit slower. Just moving it around like that. So just get used to doing that, really. And the other thing I want to say about the left hand is that I sometimes do... You're not always playing like this. Sometimes, because that's very steady, which is fine, it's nice. But sometimes I will not do the stride, or I won't play the chord. So I stay on the chord and open it and break it a bit, like I did do with the right hand. And other times I'll stay on the bass and just stay there, but it's still rhythmic. So if I exaggerate it and only do the bass, go to the F1, so G minor 7. So I'm only playing, that's an extreme, of course, and the other extreme is to not play the bass. So, fine. If you want to blend the two together, see there, I did it. I did that, and then I bounced on the little finger. That time I bounced twice on it and broke up the chord a little bit. So that's the main thing that my left hand is doing, and I'm not really putting any thought in that. 90% of my thought, my focus, is on what the next chord is. I'm always looking ahead. So let's just do the 2-5-1, and we'll just maybe each time we land on a 1. No, I'll go around the cycle of fourths. So we're going to start on C, then we'll do a 2-5-1 in F, do a 2-5-1 in B flat, do a 2-5-1 in E flat. Just that. So, and the final thing I wanted to say with the right hand is that on top of just playing the chord, you can move it around a bit. So normally I move the thumb around. So anywhere. Just kind of sounds nice. That's what I'm doing. Only the thumb is moving. So, and then sometimes I might just play the octave of the chord, like this. That's all that's happening, really. This is just when I'm playing chords, of course. So, we're going to the F, so G minor 7. Look at the thumb moving there. We're going to B flat, so C minor 7. We'll go to E flat, so F minor 7. at the right hand, it's just playing around with the chord, the notes of the chord, a little bit of an octave, back to the chord notes again. The thumb is moving around, but with the octave, playing the same thing on the little finger there. I don't think that's too hard, really. I really don't think that's too hard, even if you're a beginner, because you can stay in one key, D minor 7, G7, C major 7. Just get used to doing this. There's a pulse inside me. Let's go to G, but I'll go up chromatically. Back to the D minor 7 again. G7. That's all I'm doing, and that's all you need to do as well. Now, I said I was going to leave you with a little blues thing. I can go into it in more detail next time, but and I have videos on blues. But I think it's quite nice. You don't necessarily have to worry about exactly doing the 12-bar blues, but it's quite fun to use that technique. You take the blues scale of C, C, E flat, F, G flat, G, B flat, which is root, minor, 4, flat 5, the blues note, the 5, and the dominant 7, the flat 7. See that as a big triangle, small triangle, big triangle, all the way over the piano, and then just find your natural fingering for it. And you can just use that over the F7 and the C7. Here I'm playing F13, E flat, A and D, 7, 3, 6, 6 is 13. We'll just play regular F7 of course, and just get used to playing some notes, but sometimes you can play the chord notes. Just like that on F7. And it just gives you something more fun and pretty to play. Fun, no? Let's finish on G. It's a nice thing, fun thing to do. Hopefully you have a lot of fun with that. Because that's how I play songs when it comes to the repertoire. That's like the main thing that my left hand is doing, all that kind of left stride. The right hand is just playing the notes of the chords, open and broken. Of course there's a melody in there as well, but when I'm not playing the melody, that's what's going on. That sounds pretty good. Steady timing, a bit of pedal on beat, sort of 1 and 3-ish. You'll feel it up and down just to, not get muddy. With that nice left sort of octave jump thing going on with broken chords. Try it with 2-5-1s. Try and add a 4 after the 1. 2-5-1-4 because it's very common. Do the 6-2-5-1. Alternate between 2 chords, and you'll have a lot of fun. And you'll get pretty good pretty quickly. Play it in different keys and onwards and upwards. So there you go. As always, likes, comments, subscriptions are always welcome. Have a look at my video management website, Autism Syllabus, perhaps Patreon, and all my playlists. And I'll see you in the next video. All the best, and bye for now.